Just us. So we're going to get started. Let's go. All right. So last Monday was our movement for movement. We say this all the time, but we started a movement for movement back in 2020. That was our initiative of the year. And it just so happened to coincide with this little thing called COVID that started 3 months into the year or 2 months into the year. 3 months. Yeah, that's what it is. It's the third month of the year. And it just worked out perfectly because people all are already a little fearful to get moving after they've had a dissection or they're diagnosed with an aneurysm. So we just wanted to kind of incorporate some articles and information to help everybody feel a little bit more inspired and comfortable to move according to your doctor's advice. So last Monday, uh, we reiterate all the time that doing nothing is still doing something. And a lot of us simply need some support to get moving, and whatever that means for you. But whatever you are doing right now, whether it's right now, or last Monday, we asked everybody to kind of stop and take a moment and stretch, move your body a little bit, walk around the house, go to the mailbox, clean out a cabinet, fold some laundry, whatever it is, just move. And I know for those of you with smartwatches, which is pretty much just about everybody, if you haven't moved after a certain period of time, your watch is dinging you saying, hey, get up and move. So that's kind of what this is, just a little bit of a more of a motivator to get you going. But moving isn't only good for your body, it's also good for your mind. And according to the article written in Permanente Medicine, titled Regular Exercise Benefits Both Mind and Body. This was a psychiatrist who's explaining this. The psychiatrist says that neurotransmitters called serotonin, which is a hormone that stabilizes our mood, and norepinephrine, don't ask me to say that word again because I barely got it out the first time. That is a hormone that actually increases your heart rate and helps break down fat. That also increases during exercise. So clearly I should be exercising more. But norepinephrine, I think I said it right, and serotonin are a great pair together. Together, these chemicals help combat depressive episodes and actually boost alertness and energy. Exercise increases levels of serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine in the brain, just like medications can. So, who really knew that if you're exercising, it's just as good as taking in medication to help you feel good? But if you wanted to learn more about that, you could check it out in the article, which we're about to do briefly. But really, whatever your doctor's orders are, follow them. Just try something, get up and move. I know a lot of us are scared that if we have an aneurysm, it can actually grow if we're working out our heart muscle, but it's a good thing to work out the heart muscle. And it's time to work out. It's time to work through the fear, and together we can do this. And let's talk about this article a little bit. But activating the happy hormone, which were some of these hormones that were just explained in the article. Physical activity actually activates the release of that neurotransmitter called dopamine, which is referred to as the happy hormone. And dopamine is released in your brain when you do things you enjoy. And this can be eating your favorite foods, it can be shopping, it can be engaging in sex, and yes, exercising. Dopamine creates a cycle of motivation, reward, and reinforcement. And when we exercise, dopamine tells our brain that it's a pleasurable experience and that we should keep engaging in this activity. However, I do not think I have any dopamine in my body. I'm going to actually probably have to become more regular at this to see if this works for me. But I'm going to trust science and say that it must work, because I get on the exercise train and then something goes wonky in the body and then I get off the exercise train. But let's just look at an example here. Let's say you're jogging. Jogging is going to be your favorite form of exercise. So your brain might actually increase the dopamine as you start to even lace up your shoes, or if you take a few minutes to stretch before you begin. When you start jogging, a flood of dopamine actually hits your brain and reinforces your craving to engage in this activity, to engage in jogging. Your brain actually remembers this flood of dopamine and associates it with jogging, thus encouraging you to jog in the future. Okay, it's all clicking now. If I would just go to the gym, then maybe the dopamine will find its way out. And then when I put my tennis shoes on to go to the gym, my body will say, oh, we're going to the gym. This is a good thing. I know it does it when I get ready to lay out at the beach. It gets very excited. Or when I'm going to the spa.
Karen, I don't think that's how that works.
Well, when I'm going going to go to the
the
spa.
reward of the dopamine hit is the it's the reward of the actual exercise, right? There's a
Yeah.
bunch of people that blog about sitting in the car for 30 minutes before getting into the gym, like psyching themselves up. Oh yeah, it's a whole thing. Like just getting to the gym is step one, and it's not just putting your shoes on. It's literally like
Yeah.
just drive yourself to the gym. Okay, now we're here. I'm at the gym. I'm looking at the gym. I came all this way. I'm dressed up to go into the gym. Why am I sitting in the car? Why do I not want to go in there and just get this workout in, right? And
Yeah.
so it's that journey of getting in the car, getting the car to the gym, and then there's that fight. And they put on their most aggressive music. They drink a bunch of pre-workout, which gets them all jacked up and ready to go. And then they walk in there and they go to war with themselves.
Oh, no, I don't think that's in me. I think because I have always looked at working out as the punishment you pay for eating food. And that's the problem. Is I
Yeah.
probably need to look at it as more beneficial for the overall body. It is not a punishment for what you eat. Probably what I need to
I
do.
mean, there's
Yeah.
just the benefit of, that the thing about it is you could go to the gym every day for your entire life and not lose weight because you're
Right.
not, that it's really 80% diet.
Yeah, it really is. This
So,
I do know. But one of the things they mention here that I probably should really pay attention to, and most people in the community should, based upon what they're cleared to do, is that exercise is actually a form of treatment. So they say here that the because I can't say these words, the neurotransmitter, which is serotonin, and that's the hormone that stabilizes our mood, and norepinephrine, which is the hormone that stabilizes your heart rate and helps break down fat. It increases during exercise. So norepinephrine and serotonin are great together. The chemicals actually help combat depressive episodes and boost energy and alertness. Exercise actually increases the levels of serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine in the brain, just like medications can. And in fact, they say it's a great way to treat mild to moderate mental health disorders and medications with their potential side effects. So clearly there's a lot of benefits, and they go in here as what actually counts as exercise. So I totally am into walking outside, totally dig the idea of dancing. Yeah, there's a few of these I'm like, probably not going to happen, although I will say mopping or vacuuming is definitely an exercise for me. uh, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention actually recommend that you get at least 150 minutes in a week of moderate intensity for workout. But we know in this community, moderate intensity means something sometimes very different than it does for the general population. But I think we're getting it. I think we get it. I think, like you just said, Josh, if you just target short bursts, short intervals, and don't make it be this massive thing that you have to conquer, and maybe the gym offers a lot of different things. It could probably offers multiple different classes. I know at mine, they have a gentle warm water class. So it's anything working out against water adds an extra level, an extra element of increasing your heart rate. So I guess that's my 2023. And maybe I'll just start off driving to the gym tomorrow.
right. And